Hey guys. Hey. So I am so excited to talk about this topic today. I did not tell him I had herpes. This topic is so difficult. This topic is a topic that we don't like to talk about. This is something that most of us, well, I can say majority of all of us are ashamed to even say that we have done. Even for men, even for women. And I'm gonna be super transparent with you guys. And y'all gonna be like, oh my God, I can't believe that. But at the end of the day, I want to tell y'all this so y'all can understand. We all make mistakes. We all do stuff out of fear. But at the end of the day, why we should change our habits and how to prevent what we got going on to stop. Okay? So, as y'all can see, hey, love. So, tonight, as y'all can see, I am Belize Spivey. I am the STD life coach. I help African American women to live with herpes, okay? Y'all know me, I help everybody. So if you need me, reach out to me. I don't care if you're purple, blue, Chinese, white, I don't care. If you need me, reach out to me. Don't be scared. Just know I serve African American women because we are at the highest risk, okay? So with that being said, guys, I am going to talk about something that nobody want to talk about. And I'm sure if y'all have watched my videos, I have been very transparent, letting you guys know that I had sex with people and not tell. Okay, let me think. It's over 10. I'm gonna tell you that now. It's over 10. I can't count because I have a large number of people I had sex with, and I'm not mad to say that at all. So with that being said, guys, I had a sex life. And yeah, that. So with that being said, guys, I started having sex at 13. So just know my numbers are high, and I'm 28 years old now. So my numbers are way over 30. Okay, way over 30. So with that being said, I know for a fact my number is over 10 that I did not tell, guys, okay? So let me go into my background here. So y'all know me. I have had herpes for 8 years. It'll be 9 years in April this year, okay? So with that being said, when I first found out I was having sex with the guy at that given moment, and at that time, we used protection, so we didn't have any issues there. And then literally the next morning, less than a couple hours later, I had a full-blown outbreak. We did not have sex again. He wanted to, but we did not. Okay? Found out that he didn't have it at that time, quote unquote. I never heard that he had it. He didn't tell me. I was in college at that time, so I went into denial at that time. I was like, whatever. I don't really care. Like, my doctor says no big deal. Even though I knew I was still scared, I just pushed it to the back of my head and just started fucking everybody in sight. Okay, no lie. I literally just did not care. I was like, whatever. As long as I'm using protection. Some guys I use protection. Some guys I didn't use protection. I was like, well, he didn't ask no fucking questions. He's stupid for not asking questions. That's his fault. Don't assume just because I'm cute that I'm clean. That's your fault. So with that being said, I didn't care. I was getting oral sex. I was giving oral sex, and at that time I did not have type 1. I only had type 2. I ended up catching type 1 after my marriage. Basically, in my marriage, I called type 1. No biggie. Anyway, herpes is herpes. But with that being said, guys, I was just like, I just don't give a crap. And I'm sure a lot of you guys can contest to that. Like, you get to a mode where you just push to the back of your head and you just like, fuck everybody. I'm gonna do what I want to do. My doctor really said it's no big deal, so I'm gonna do me. She didn't tell me I had to tell. And then you get some docs who's like, oh, you really don't have to disclose. Everybody has herpes, no big deal. And to us, we like, some of us was like, well, she's saying I have to tell. As much as we don't want to pass it on, like, well, my doctor said I don't have to tell. So since my doctor said I don't have to tell, I'm not gonna tell. But you know, a moral thing, you will want somebody to tell you. So it doesn't really matter what your doctor say when they tell you that, which I can't stand that doctors are saying that, because literally this changed our lives like tremendously. But my doctor didn't tell me nothing. She didn't even say that I had disclosed. She didn't tell me I need to go back and tell my partner. She didn't say any of that. She was like, oh, baby, it's so normal. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. You can have a normal life. And she was just the sweetest little white lady ever at that time. So I was just like so depressed about it. I was down for like a month or so. And after that, I jumped back up and I got back out here, girl. I ain't even gonna lie. I found the finest niggas out here too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm being transparent. I said, "Ooh, he fine. I'm gonna have sex with him. Ooh, he fine. I'm gonna have sex with him. Oh, he a football player. I'm gonna have sex with him. Oh, that dude over there, he in a frat. Yep, I'm gonna have sex with him too." I just did not care. And a lot of y'all probably like, "Oh my God, Belize, were you scared to get sued and all this stuff?" I didn't care. Like at that time, I'm not even gonna lie. Literally 8 years ago, Nobody was even talking about herpes like that. And if they did, I wasn't the person really seeking it out. I was in college. I didn't really seek out support groups until I kind of went home. I'll say I didn't really start seeking out support groups until my senior year. Okay. And then I was about to, yeah, in my senior year, I was really getting a little bit more serious about it. But my junior year, no. Yeah. No, it was my junior. Yeah, like my senior year. I was right. I found out my sophomore year in college, my second semester sophomore year. But I didn't get serious about helping myself or getting over it or accepting it into my senior year. Okay, guys. So with that being said, I was just being like, whatever, do me, type thing. The reality set in really. I think it was my senior year or junior year when I had sex with one of my friend's friends. So this girl is my really close friend. So I had sex with her best friend at the time, okay? And go to the bathroom. I had sex with him. We used protection. I did not tell him. And she was like, and I went to her like, girl, guess who I had sex with? She said, who? And I told her, and she said, oh, you did not tell him, did you? Did you tell him? I said, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? At that time, I had just so pushed it back in the back of my head that I didn't even think about it. She said, girl, did you tell him that you have herpes? I said, oh my God, no, I did not. I forgot. She said, how the hell you forgot? I said, well, I kind of just been living my life and never thinking about it. No, take it in the room. Take it in the room. Here. I'm sorry, y'all. Junior struggled with his underwear. He a big boy now. He wear big boy underwear. Okay, take that. Take it and go. Okay, so she was like, Belize, you need to tell him. And I was like, okay, we was at a party at the time. So I was like, girl, yeah, I'll tell him. But she beat me to the punch, okay? So she ended up telling him, because I was going to reach out to him, but she ended up telling him. And at first I was mad at her, like, why did you tell him? She was like, well, at the end of the day, that's my friend and stuff like that. And if it was you, I would tell. So my whole thing is, I was mad, but I wasn't mad. I was like, at the end of the day, she kind of saved me to even do it. But what really made me mad about the whole situation, he was so mad at her. He was like, you should have told me that she had it. And she was like, first of all, I didn't even know y'all were going to have sex. I didn't even know y'all liked each other like that. So it's none of my business to tell. And if you had something like that, I wouldn't tell her. It's none of y'all business. Y'all are grown. Y'all should have asked questions, and neither one of y'all did. Type thing. So he was just hella pissed. Found out that he was like deeply in love with her, and he just thought he was gonna marry her or something like that. But at the end of the day, I had to call him, and I was like, I apologize. I'm so sorry that I did not tell you, and things like that. He was like, oh, Lisa, it's no big deal. I'm not mad at you about it. We use protection and stuff like that. I would never tell your business to anybody, but I'm mad at her. She should have told me. I said, well, it's not her job to tell you. I said, she would never tell me anything about you. You know how she is. She's a real friend, y'all. Like, she goes over and beyond for us, and she protects us 100%. And she really put both of us on the line doing this, because she could have lost both of us, or we could have lost her with this, because it really put her in a bind, even knowing this information. But she did the best thing she could do, was to protect us both. And I'm so happy that she did it. I'm sure y'all would be hella pissed at y'all friend if your friend told the guy. But me and the boy wasn't like boyfriend, girlfriend. Wouldn't be on that. It was really a one night stand. We was kind of like both intoxicated. He looked sexy, I looked sexy. He touched me, I touched him, and I went home with him. And it wasn't even all that. But at the end of the day, guys, out. Take that paper with you. You can take it with you. So with that being said, guys, I was just like, you know what, whatever. But after that, it really opened my eyes. And I really think it was my junior year going on senior year. So that opened my eyes, and I said, you know what, I got to do something. I have to stop living in the now. I got to stop just out here having sex with everybody. And I need to sit down and accept this and move forward. So the main thing I did was get into a support group. Y'all hear me say this all the time. I got into a support group. And it was supportgroups.com or .org or something like that. Y'all can look it up. And it's really great. It helps for anything or everything that you're dealing with. But at the end of the day, I got on there. It was like tens of thousands of people who were in the group, who was across the world. And I just read different things. I learned so much about the virus. And I was like, okay, it's not that bad, but I have to disclose. So I learned different ways to disclose and things like that. And I moved forward from then on. I was disclosing. And I'm not going to lie, I still had slip-ups. And I had the bad experience of telling them after. So I had a couple of guys, like, literally I had to go back and tell, and it was the hardest thing to do after. Now, one thing I would tell y'all, when I did find out, I did backtrack, okay? So I don't want y'all to think like I didn't go back and tell those. Most of those guys I went back and I backtracked to, and I told them. And then some guys that I had sex with after, I end up backtracking after I got my epiphany, like, okay, Belize, what you're doing is so fucked up. Okay, I went back and told them. Now, some of them dudes, Like some of them 10, I ain't tell nothing. Okay. I didn't say nothing. They ended up finding out on Facebook when I outed myself. Okay. Did anybody come and say nothing to me? No. Was I scared? Heck to the motherfucking yes. I thought I was gonna get so chewed out in my inbox and cussed out. My number haven't changed in years. So I was like, oh, I'm about to get some phone calls. I'm about to get some inboxes. I think all those dudes deleted me because they got sick of see me talking about herpes or whatever, because I don't see them on my timeline anymore. But oh my God, I was so scared. But the good thing about it is I was using protection. As we know, protection it's not 100%, but I was using protection with each one of those guys. And the crazy part about it, I was having sex with those guys for a long period of time. So it was, I was so scared, guys. But I knew at the end of the day, I had to do what I had to do to out myself to help us. But at the end of the day, guys, like, it's some guys that still I did not tell. And this me out myself made kind of like told them, because some people I was just so scared to go back and say something to. I was like, oh my God, I'm so scared, so I'm gonna out myself, and whatever happens after that, I'll just deal with the consequences. But for you guys, I'm gonna give y'all some advice. Please don't do this. Look, don't. Okay, I'm trying to strongly suggest. You will dang near kill yourself and slit your throat having sex with somebody and not disclosing. Listen to me. Don't do it, okay? I understand you get in denial. I understand you can't stand your gifter because he gave it to you. I understand that you mad at the world, but I'm trying to tell you, please don't put other people at risk. And I'm only telling y'all that because at the end of the day, I was just in a I don't care mode. And you can't be in a I don't care mode because we know how this affects other people. We know how we feel. We know the struggles that we have. So why would we just purposely go out here and just do this to people because we just mad at the world? Okay, we mad at our gifter, not everybody else. And it's not fair to everybody else. And it's still sad that people don't take responsibility and ask us questions. But we know what we know. So we have to take responsibility and share it. And if they don't want to be with you, ask some motherfucking what. And we really gotta get over, oh, I don't want to disclose because he may not like you. Okay. A dude may tell you something about him having too much kids and you don't accept him. And y'all may say that's not the same, but it is. When you don't want to be with somebody, rejection is rejection. But my whole thing is, it's not that nobody wants to be with you. One thing I will tell you, I had some guys that I disclosed to soon after I found out, and they still want to have sex with me. Okay? They may not want a relationship, and I'll tell y'all why. Typically guys or some girls do not want to have a relationship when they find out you have herpes. The main reason they don't want to have a relationship with you is because their fear is that they break up with you, you give them herpes, and they got to deal with it now and how they're going to live. So my whole thing is, sometimes it's not that they don't want to be with you. They're scared that y'all are not going to make the relationship. The relationship is not going to work. So my whole thing is, more now, it's not that they don't like you. It's not that they don't want to be in a relationship with you. They're just scared that the relationship is not going to work. So they're scared in the failure in y'all relationship or the potential relationship y'all may have. So that is the main reason people don't accept you. Not because of the virus. Most people don't even care about it. Most people know people who have it. It's no big deal. To them, it's more of a, man, I get with this girl or I get with this guy. Everything's great. Now all of a sudden he cheat on me, she cheat on me, or they don't like me no more. And now I contract this jump for them. And now I got to struggle with it. You know, and my whole thing, the only thing we can do to kind of reduce that fear for a lot of people is really building a relationship and see if this relationship is worth it. So, man, a lot of y'all is like, well, I'm scared to disclose because he's not going to reject me. You need to understand his side or her side of the fence. So you need to take some time to figure out if this is a person you want to be with, or you want to fight the fight with them. Not fight the fight because, you know, they're scared that you may give it to them, but fight the fight because you really want a relationship, you know, and it's looking way past the herpes thing. But you got to understand that is their main fear, that I'm going to get with that person, they're going to give it to me, and they're going to leave me with this crap. And that's scary because that's what happened to all of us. Literally, that person may not knew they had it, or some of you ladies did know your partner had it and you accepted it, you still got it, and y'all end up believing each other. But my whole thing, that is a big fear, and you should think the same thing. That is scary, and that's our fear for us too. That, oh my God, I may give it to him. I don't want him to be with me because I give it to him and then we're not together. My whole thing is, guys, if you're going to get in a relationship, why are you thinking about the end result? And you got to also make sure you want to move past and get through whatever you're going through with this person. You need to find out if this person even abusive. You need to find out if this person is worth your time. So that's why I tell y'all all the time, before you even disclose, look at their character. See if this person is even worth it. Because a lot of us disclose to people and they already show you stuff you don't like. You know? oh, well, he may seem nice. May seem nice. You need to know if he's worth a relationship. Because everybody is not worth a relationship. So my whole thing is, ladies, don't settle. Okay? Don't settle just because a cute little dude come over to you or somebody who nice and y'all have great conversation. Y'all got two things in common and you talking about, oh, I think it's going to work. Girl, you don't know nobody until y'all get to arguing. You don't know nobody until you lose some jobs. You don't know nobody until some things. So my whole thing is very important to talk to that person, get to know that person. And I'm not saying, it takes forever to disclose. It should never take you that long to disclose. But I want y'all to also understand, you need to also ask the right questions to see if this person is somebody you're interested with, or somebody that you can even think you're compatible or you would think it's worth even disclosing to. Okay, even moving forward in a relationship. But y'all so worried about disclosing that you disclose, you get in a relationship and the relationship sucks. It just sucked because you were so worried about the disclosing part and not worrying about the rebuilding part with the guy or with the girl. So my whole thing is, as much as we worried about the disclosing part, we got to be more important about, is this person even worth my time? Because a lot of people are just simply not worth your time. So guys, listen to me. And now let me talk to the people I talk to the people who ain't never did it. Don't do it. Listen to me. If you scared to disclose, reach out to me. I have a session just for that for 30 minutes. I will literally help you figure out how to disclose. I also have a blog that talks about disclosing, which I'll post below. Okay, guys? But literally, if you need help with that, let me help you. If you are at the verge of trying to freak out and trying to do that, please read that blog and I will help you do that. Okay? Please don't do it. For my people who have done it. Okay, let me be like, look, y'all. Stop beating yourself up about it. You did it. It's over with. Okay, you did it. You know why you did it? Because you were scared. You did it because you thought he was going to reject you. You did it because you didn't know what words to say. You did it because you didn't even know y'all was going to have sex that night. You did it because clearly he probably took advantage of you. You did it because you were drunk as hell. You did it because, crap, you were just in denial. So my whole thing is, in our right mind, we do not want to have sex with somebody without disclosing. So why are you beating yourself over something you did? Stop beating yourself up. It's already done. Over with. Over with. Okay? It ain't no point in even worrying about it no more. And I know that's hard to believe, but you can't keep dwelling. Because you dwelling on you not sharing that one time or 2, 3, 10 times like I have done, literally will keep you from even moving forward. It will keep you from dating. It will keep you from doing anything. And when it's time to disclose, you so scared that you may mess around and do the exact same thing again. So my whole thing is, with us who have done this, don't do it no more. Take the L. Take the no. Suck it up. Because you know how it feels to not disclose. And we can tell everybody on here how I feel to not disclose. You are hyperventilating. You are anxiety attacks to 1,000. You can't sleep. You tossing and turning. You having bad dreams and he trying to kill you and all this other stuff. Okay? So my whole thing is, I don't want you to continue to go down that road. I did it. Don't do what I did, y'all. Just because I'm telling you this, I'm not condoning it. Okay? I'm not condoning it. And if you call me, inbox me, message me, I'm going to tell you wrong. And don't do that. Because at the end of the day, all of us have herpes because somebody probably didn't tell you or simply didn't know. So my whole thing is, are we going to continue this cycle? We got to stop with us, okay? We got to stop with us. And I thought about that. I said, you know what? That's why I called it overcoming the stigma. Okay, the stigma is that it's the people and they thinking that we not going to disclose. My whole thing is, that's why the CDC, and this is the main reason why the CDC do not care about us. And this may sound mean, but I love the CDC. I thank y'all for what y'all do. But this is the main reason why they're not doing anything about this. It's because they know we are not going to take the time to sit down and have conversation with people and disclose it. And they know that people are not going to change their sexual habits. So basically they're saying, well, we know y'all not just going to disclose to anybody. So what can we do? We're not even going to worry about it. It won't kill you. So y'all always wonder why the CDC won't do anything. Because they see our pattern. They see that we're not disclosing. They see that we're not changing anything. They see we're doing the same things. And I'm talking about I mean just humans in general. They looking at our numbers. When we go into these doctors' offices, these doctors are sending numbers to the CDC and letting them know, hey, this is how many people who have herpes. This is based off their sexual history. And they're sharing a pattern. They're seeing a heavy pattern that nothing's going to change. So they was like, well, since nothing's going to change, they're not changing anything, and it's not life threatening. Let's focus on something else. And their focus has been on HIV. Their focus has been on hepatitis. And their focus have been on chlamydia and gonorrhea and syphilis and all those other things, because those things can take you out. Okay, so my whole thing is, you wonder why they're not doing much, because we fail to continue to not disclose, and it's just numbers are increasing because we continue to not do the part that we have. Our only part is to, number one, learn your body, learn it. Learn how your outbreaks, learn what your private part or your lips or your mouth look like without an outbreak and what it look like with one. Okay? You need to learn what trigger all them outbreaks, okay? And then reduce it to a zero as much as possible. You need to learn what works for your body when you have an outbreak. Do you take your medicine and work? Do you do lysine? Do you do oils? Do you do anything? Whatever you do, you need to figure it out. And if you haven't figured that out, me and you need to talk ASAP. Okay, because you can't be having sex and you don't know what trigger your outbreaks, okay? No sex, don't know triggers, no sex. No. Because at the end of the day, there's more risk for the other person because you don't even know your body yet. And that's what we tend to do. We find out we have herpes. We think we're over in a couple of months. Get on out here, have sex. And then we're freaking out because we seem like we had an outbreak. Or we seen something after, like, oh my God, I think I had an outbreak. My whole thing is, you need to learn your body before you get back out here. Because now that person is trusting you to understand if you're having one or not. They know you can't do everything, but they trust that you're not having sex with them when they have an outbreak. If nobody knows anything else about herpes, they know, well, if you don't have an outbreak, the chance of me getting it slim to none. So my whole thing is, you need to know when you're having outbreaks. And if you don't know that, you don't need to be doing nothing. Just truth be told, okay? And I'm not going to lie, I learned myself pretty fast in the beginning because I wasn't having outbreaks. And when I did, I realized it was stress related. So, with that being said, guys, it's very, 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 very important to know your body. Know it. Next thing is to make sure you're fully educated what it is, how it works, things like that. After that, it's disclosing. You must disclose. It's you learn yourself, educate yourself, then it's disclosing, and then it's protection. Okay? That's it. Protection is at the end. Because disclosing is the most important part. Disclosing is important, well, outside of you knowing yourself. Disclosing is the second important thing, because now you give them the opportunity to choose. And when they choose that, hey, yeah, I can accept it, now y'all do what y'all can do together. The protection is what y'all do together. It's the learn yourself is by yourself. The disclosing is together, and the protection is together. And my whole thing is, they got to accept the only part I supposed to did with you. Your two most important parts is learning yourself and disclosing. And after that, y'all together do the protection. Okay, that's a together thing. Okay, together thing. That's not just by yourself. It's a together thing. Okay, so my whole thing is, guys, that is all. I'm telling y'all, if you still beating yourself up, I need you to stop. I need you to stop. And I'm sure you're asking me now, Believe, should I go back and tell everybody? How far back is it? That's my question. How far back is it? That's very important. Because if it's 3, 4, 5 years back, and this man is living a life, leave him alone. By now, he would have known he had it. And by now, he could have contracted it from you. My whole people, the most important people you need to tell right now is the most recent people within the last year. Because if they ain't had, if they had sex with other people and that person didn't have it, if you gave it to them, it kind of show up on their IgG. Okay? But if it's a new infection, which you find out your new infection is on IgM, then you know you didn't give it to them. If it's an IgG, it's possible. But my whole thing is, I don't want y'all to go back. And this one thing I need you to get at your mind. You go back. You tell him that you have herpes. He get tested. And he tell you gave it to him. If he don't have sex with 30, 40 other girls after you, you don't know for a fact if you gave it to her. So this is another reason why it's kind of hard to go back and share it. Because, truth be told, he could have contracted herpes after you, before you, right now. And since you're the only one who have spoke up and said something about it, he gonna blame you and make you feel like shit. Or she gonna do it. My whole thing is, I don't want you to think just because he tell you that it came from you. Okay? Because at the end of the day, as we know, they do not test us for herpes at all like that. Literally, you got to ask for it, and then they be like, well, you don't have a visual outbreak, so no. Basically, they want you to have an outbreak for them to test it to know for a fact. They like to look at it visually because, truth be told, they don't like to use a blood test. You know why? Because it takes long enough to get in your system. So, for example, for me, when I found out the guy literally had sex with me, the next week he reached out to me and said, hey, I'm having an outbreak. I said, oh, hell no, not me. Okay? Not me. I never had an outbreak in my life. Okay? So I went to go get tested that week. Nothing showed up. You know why nothing showed up? Because it takes 2 to about 5 weeks for it to show up in your blood. 2 to 5 weeks. Now, if I had an outbreak 2 days to 12 days after, then for a fact, I would have known, I could have got it from him then. Okay? But I didn't have an outbreak before I met him. I didn't have nothing going on before him. So it was no way for me to know that. Okay? 2 to 5 weeks it takes for that blood test to get in your system. I mean, for that test to show up. And that's with an IgG. Now, if I had went back and my negative came in negative. So if my test came back and it was an IgG and it said, yes, I got it, that means I had been had it. And I could have gave it to him, okay? Doing shedding, and I did not know. Mama, yes, sweetie pie. What? No, you're not getting anything. Bye-bye. No, not right now. So, with that being said, guys, I did not have it at all at that time that I didn't know. And at that time, I did not have herpes period because it did not show up with that IgG. So, with that being said, he affected me. He gave it to me. But it was too early to know. Did I go back and get tested? Heck no! I ain't go back and get tested right then because I was like, well, it say it's negative, so I'm not going back. Okay? And she didn't suggest, oh, come back, stop peeling your lips. And she didn't come back and say, oh, you need to come back in 3 months or you need to come back in a month and a half to make sure. They didn't say anything like that. She was like, you ain't got it. And I'm like, I met my space team. I said, nope, I do not have it. That is not me. I don't know where you got that from. And then voila, years down, come April, because that happened in July, come April, boom, this outbreak came out of nowhere. Okay? So, interested saying, he's the only person I know who said something about herpes. No lie. I had sex with other people then. It could have been somebody else. And I'm being real transparent with y'all. It could have been somebody else. So, that's why I was never mad at him about it. Because I had sex with other people after that. Somebody else could have gave it to me, but I would never know because nobody said nothing to me. So I automatically thought about him because he's the only person who ever came to me and told me that they had herpes. So this is from I'm being transparent with y'all. Y'all better listen to me. I don't know if he gave it to me or not. But from that, I always think about him. And y'all was like, are you mad at your gifter? How can I be? I don't even know if it's sure for him because I had sex after that. And when I got tested for anything, I didn't know I had to act for that. So I never had gonorrhea, chlamydia, anything like that. I had bacterial vaginosis at the highest or a yeast infection. And, bacterial vaginosis is really not a STD. But it can be transmitted like a STD. If your partner have it and they can give it to you. Or a yeast infection, for example. If the girl got a yeast infection, she can give it to her boyfriend. He has sex with somebody else. Boom. She can get the yeast infection. So, with that being said, guys, I don't really know if he did. But the fact that he's the only person I know, I just I think he may gave it to me, But I don't know that for sure. So, I don't want y'all to, experience. Thank God, I didn't have any issues with him either. But at the end of the day, you never know if somebody was like, oh my God, you gave me. I was not that person. I wasn't really angry. I never really said something to him after. Clearly, we was friends on Facebook. He seen it, but I didn't care. But at the end of the day, I lived. And I moved on. So I want y'all to understand when you going back, within this last year, you going 2-3 years back, girl, leave it alone. Gotta leave it alone. It's so darn far back. That person living their life, leave it alone. If they had it by now, they don't have sex with people, they in relationships, they married, they got kids. Leave that alone, okay? But this most recent guys, last year or girls, from last year, club, we just in January. So for folks from last year, most recent, okay, you need to tell them, okay, if you had sex with them. Or you didn't disclose, okay? That is the hardest thing to do, to backtrack. But my whole thing, you have to do it. And you need to go back and say, look. I got to tell you, I had herpes. I have herpes. And I want to let you know. And I need you to go, you can go get tested if you want to. But I was not having an outbreak at that time when I had sex with you. I just want to inform you. But like I said, people going to freak out regardless. You're going to get, oh my God, why you tell me, blah, 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 like whatever. But at the end of the day, for your peace of mind, do it. That's what I say. For your peace of mind, do it. Because I did it. When I first found out, I backtracked like hell. Okay? And even when that guy told me that he had it, I backtracked then because I had respect for the guys that I was having sex with. I don't know if that was the case for them respecting me, but I respected them. No, baby. So my whole thing, most recent, okay, that you had sex with, you need to tell them. It's not an easy conversation to have, but it'll give you peace of mind. And my whole thing is, if somebody comes to you, and I'm telling you now, if somebody comes to you and say that you gave them herpes, I need you to inbox me ASAP. I need a picture of their results, and we're going to find out for sure if you gave it to them or not. Because at the end of the day, that IgG and that IgM says a whole lot. It can tell you, go. It can tell you if it's new, or it can tell you if it's old. And my whole thing is, a lot of people already had herpes way before you, and they put it on you that they, didn't have it. And people lie. There's a lot of people out who are lying saying, oh man, you gave it to me, and truth be told, they gave it to you. So my whole thing is very tricky with this, and this is the main reason why I tell y'all, just tell. So if anything pop up, y'all, that person knows where it came from, you know where it came from. I don't want you to take fault for something that happened from somebody else, or something they already been living with and they've been in denial and they gave it to you and they don't want to man up and say they had it. I don't want you to go through that. So my whole thing is very vital to eliminate problems like this is to tell upfront. So you won't have to deal with that. So if that person do contract you, like, okay, I know for a fact you got it from me, and things like that. And that's why it's very important to get in relationships and get them tested as well to make sure they don't already have it. You don't want to go halfway through the relationship. They're like, oh yeah, I used to get cold sores. Are you kidding me? So you weren't going to tell me you had herpes. And it happens all the time. Oh, I got it when I was a little bitty kid. All this stuff like that. Oh, so you weren't going to tell me you have herpes. What the heck? I don't want that to happen to y'all. Okay, I don't want that to happen. Literally, anybody can come back and say something. So my whole thing is, this is what's going on with you right now. We're coming to the end of this, and I'm going to answer all your questions. If you are at a point where you're scared to disclose and you know you want to, I need you to inbox me. Or most importantly, set up a session with me. Like, we ain't even gonna do this inbox. Set up a session. It's better for you to talk to me. It makes life so much easier. And it takes forever for us to get through emails and inboxes. It takes forever. We're gonna get on the phone and talk for 30 minutes, and I'm gonna help you with that. I'm also gonna give you the information for that disclosure, okay? On my blog. And then if you're a person who did not tell all partners, I want you to talk to me too. Because I need to boost your confidence up. I need to get you through this to do it, okay? Okay, we gotta get our script down to how you gonna go back and tell these people, okay? And you also need to tell me the dynamic relationship with those people and all that stuff like that. I need to know background. We need to know background. We need to know their relationships. We need to know all of that, okay? Because that's very important. It can get real ugly. That man is married and you going back and tell stuff like that. So we gotta use some discretion too, okay? Then, for my people who are just, I'm not in a relationship, but I'm just struggling to get over what I have done, we need to talk too, okay? Everybody, if you're dealing with this, we need to talk. We need to talk. No emails. Talk to me. Because at the end of the day, this is not a conversation that is easy to have through an email. I have done it, but it's not that effective. I have done it, and people are like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm like, no, listen to me. So my whole thing is, guys, make sure you set up a session with me. That information will be below. I would love to talk to some of you guys about it. Also, if you're a woman and you want to be in a support group, reach out to me. Okay. I'm about to say this because it's been put on my heart. If you do not have the funds to talk to me, okay, some of y'all, I get it. It's the beginning of the year. I get it. Some people ain't got jobs. Just inbox me. Message me, okay? But if you have the funds, and I'm not trying to say this because I care about money, because I don't, but I know it's a lot of people who want to talk to me and they can't because they don't have the funds. Don't be scared to reach out to me anyway, okay? But I just know it's very effective to get on the phone with me, because now you can tell me your whole story. I can hear everything out. I can understand the guy's dynamic. I can understand some stuff to you, and I can personalize how to help you. You know? But if you have it, it's really beneficial to you to take advantage of it, okay? I'm not saying that to freak y'all out, but I'm just to say this because I know some people coming in and like, at least I don't have the money, and they think I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to talk to you anyway. But if you have it, guys, I say take advantage of it. You're going to see the blessing in it, and you're going to see how much I can help you. And if anybody who have a session with me, y'all understand what I'm talking about. I have people come back time after time with different situations to talk to me. So I just want to say that to you because I don't want anybody to feel bad like I cannot afford it, I really want to do it. No, reach out to me and let me help you, okay? Don't let that hinder you. Just get the help, okay? Because I don't want you to linger out, not disclose, or disclosing you don't think your disclosure went well because you couldn't talk to me, okay? I don't want that to happen either. So y'all know me. My email's below. You need to set a session up. Do it if you can, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to open up here to see y'all messages because I can't talk and see y'all messages at the same time. It's so distracting. Okay. Okay, I seen a young man who said email me. You email me. My email is overcomingthestigma@gmail.com. Overcomingthestigma@gmail.com. Oh, thank you for the confidence. Girl, they ain't had this confidence all my life. I promise you that. It said, I just feel like if you don't want me for having herpes, he's not the one for me. I absolutely agree. And I feel like when we all get that in our mind, that if a person don't want you because you have herpes, they just simply don't want you. It is too many people in this world outside of your skin color and your race and your religion to a certain extent. You know, some people date outside their religion. Who would love to be with you. So stop thinking that, oh my God, 2 or 3 people don't want to talk to me, or 30, 40 people don't want to talk to me. Girl, keep moving. God, keep moving. Stop counting yourself out for 1 or 2 people. They have AIDS prevention meds and flu vaccines, but this is still around. It's only still a grade. It's still around because we don't care enough to say anything. And this is not killing nobody. AIDS is killing people. The flu is killing people. Herpes ain't killing nobody. They're not going to be concerned about something that we're not concerned about. If we want to see a change, then we got to hoop and holler. We got to march. We got to get up into these, go down to the office. We got to go to Congress. We got to get on the phones. We got to write letters. We got to do all of that. All of that. If we want to change. But until then, nothing going to change, y'all. You see how long it took for heterosexuals to get laws? You see how long it took for them to get same-sex marriages? Years! But they fought for it, guys. They fought. And they fought. And they fought for it. And they put finances in it. We're not doing that. Truth be told, we're not doing that. So, y'all, if we expect to get something new, we got to do what other people have done. And we ain't touched that yet. We got a vaccine in the works, but nobody want to give money towards it. That guy had passed away. He got a vaccine here, and we ain't putting nothing towards it. We ain't supporting him in it. We ain't doing that. We like, oh, I just hope you get a vaccine. But you got to support the cause. We support breast cancer. We support HIV Day. We support colon cancer and all this other diabetes. But when it comes to the thing that you're dealing with, you ain't doing nothing about it. That's the problem. If we want to change, we all have to do something. We got to put funds in it. Okay, guys, we got to understand sharing information is great, but money talk. Truth be told, we want a vaccine. It costs billions of dollars. It's not going to be $2 or $3 that's going to make a difference. That means all of us need to get together and put some money in. Okay, it's millions of people who got herpes, and we all put some money in. Best believe, and we do it for years. It's going to make a difference. It's going to make a difference. But until then, we're not going to see a change, guys. A lot of us are just too scared to even tell your mama. You're too scared to tell your best friend you've been friends with since you was in a crib. Some of y'all are too scared to tell the boyfriend you've been with for 16 years. So how do you expect to get in front of millions of people and then decide you want to tell? It's starting with small stuff. You got to get out of your own way. You got to get to a point where you accept it. Only way. But if you don't accept it, how can I or any other person, which is so many admins, and we all think about doing stuff big, when a lot of us are just scared out of our minds to even open our mouths? It's no way that we can do this on a big scale if we too scared. It's no way, y'all. So we got to get out of our way, and that's why I come into the equation. Overcome the stigma. When we get over the stigma, then now we can get that vaccine taken care of. But until we overcome the stigma, we ain't getting no vaccine, y'all. Truth be told. Truth be told. Truth be told. Just being honest. We are so scary. Just being so real. We are so scary. And we don't want to be patient enough to get stuff done. Just being honest. You ain't got to like it, but it's the truth. Been around doing this for a while. I had herpes for 8 years, and I have not seen much of a change. I really haven't. I really haven't seen much of a change in the 8 years I've had this. The only thing I did was come in and try to kill the stigma. And that's all I'm trying to do because I knew it was a need. Okay? You said I got herpes in 2006, and I think my trigger is my hormones. I get outbreaks few days before my period. What do I do? You can't really do nothing about changing your period. All you can do, if you're doing the antivirals, make sure to take your antivirals at the time. Make sure it's at a high dosage. If you're not doing antivirals, get on the lysine. Do it at a high dosage when you know your menstrual cycle is coming on, and it'll reduce the chance. It'll reduce it. Because you're probably still going to have it, but it will reduce the outbreak on it. Also get the flu and cold, sore throat as well every month. Okay, that's just symptoms. You're not getting, it's not the flu. You're getting flu-like symptoms. Okay? You're just getting, that's a part of your outbreak. Okay? Can I have kids with herpes? Yes. Look, y'all, if I get another, and this is not to be mean towards you, but this is to say, y'all know I got 2 kids. Okay? I have herpes. I did not have my kids after. My kids are 7 and 3. That's to let y'all know that you can have kids. Okay? This is not to hurt somebody's feelings, but that question bothers my soul when y'all ask me if you can have kids, and you know I got 2 kids. They're not 9, 10, and 11. They wasn't before herpes, guys, so y'all already know you can have kids. You know why you asked me that? You asked me that because you don't think you can have kids. Truth be told. You think, well, she's an exception. Oh, Belize can have kids, or those ladies that I seen, or those guys can have kids, but, oh, count me out. I can't do that. My kids gonna look up and get herpes. I'm trying to tell y'all. Listen to me. Stop thinking like that. A lot of y'all need to stop counting yourself out. Oh, I'm not going to find love, but y'all know I've been married. Oh, I'm not going to find love, but you see your homegirl get married. Oh, I don't want to find love, but you're in a support group and everybody getting married and getting in relationships. Oh, I can't have kids. And you see everybody in your support group having kids. Even the person y'all, quote unquote, look up to me. Y'all look up to me and y'all see that I got kids. And you keep saying, oh, no, not me. Stop that mess. Stop it. Stop it. Please. No. Please stop doing that. You count yourself out. You got door skipping. You're not going to have no kids, and you're not going to have no man like that, or a woman, because you keep counting yourself out. Stop counting yourself out. I am no different than you. I'm not smarter than you. I'm not probably prettier than you. I'm not any of that. I probably don't have no more money than you. Probably better car than you. Better place to stay. I'm no different. I probably got less than everything you have. But I had everything you wanted. So with that being said, you can have exactly what I had. So what's the difference? It's you. It's your mindset. You ain't changed yet. You wonder why people are getting things that you don't have. Your mindset. And that's for prosperity. That's for a great career. It's for those cars. It's for that money. It's for them clothes. It's for the happy relationship. It's because you don't believe it. Change your mindset. Everything changed. Until you change that, or you get the help to get it changed, then that's what you're going to always think. I've been wanting to talk about that for a minute. It's been on my heart to say that. Whew, it's out. Because it bothers me to see y'all say y'all can't have something when I had it. I am not special. I want y'all to understand. I am not special. I'm no different from any of y'all. I don't know why y'all think I just got this. I do got a halo over my head. I'm not perfect, but the halo do exist. Just because I'm a child of God, okay? But at the end of the day, in the physical form, I am full of crap, okay? I have so many flaws. I am not perfect. I can tell y'all I am not the best reader. I'm not the best writer, but I wrote a book. I literally was horrible at communication. Just getting better with that. I didn't have the best relationship with my mom. I just got good at that. I didn't have that many relationships at all. I probably had 4 relationships on my whole life. Clearly not even 4. I wouldn't even count that third one because it was just really sex partner. But really, I had three. My first boyfriend, I was 16. I cheated on him majority of the time. And then my two last baby daddies. That's it, guys. Like my dad, my baby daddy, my first sons, and then my husband. That's it. Like really didn't have relationships like that. Literally, I started having sex at 13 years old. I have a lot of sex partners, so you'll call me promiscuous or hoe, whatever. But look at me. I have nothing to like. I'm not that perfect, guys. I'm just not. So I really want y'all to kill thinking that I'm so perfect because I'm not. I swear a lot of y'all are so much better than me in so many areas. But the only difference with me is I made my mind up and I just decided I wasn't going to be scared anymore. That's the only difference. That's the only difference. I'm not scared and you are. That's the only difference. And honestly, fear is worse than any other thing. It's any other thing. So I wanted to get that out, y'all, because I want y'all to stop thinking that I just got it better than y'all. Because I don't. My life is not perfect right now. I'm living with my mama, y'all. With 2 kids. I'm 28 years old. Y'all think I'm happy about that? Absolutely not. But I did what I had to do to get out of my marriage. Okay? And this is not going to be forever. But at the end of the day, y'all looking at me like I'm perfect. And I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. Okay? You probably in better situations I'm in. Better. But I had what y'all want. And you can have it too. I just made the decision. I'm going to get what I want. I'm very determined. When I want something, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Period. And nothing's going to stop me to get it but me. I'm dating somebody now. He's absolutely amazing. Great guy. Okay? Really great guy. He didn't care. Like, literally, I told him and he was like, wow. I would have never thought that. He said, it's the fact of your confidence and how calm you are and the fact that you helping people that I'm okay with it. I don't know if he had been okay with somebody else telling him that, but my confidence killed it. And he's accepting of it. And he have no problem with it. Your lips are so chappy. Okay, so.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Girl, I know I'm all of that, girl. You ain't telling me nothing to do. But I'm just saying that to you guys to let y'all understand that I don't want y'all to think that that you can't get what I have or what I had. Because I'm not married anymore. So my whole thing is, you can have all of that, guys. No, baby. No, it's simple as a no. So I want you to understand that. I know I'm all of that. I'm not downplaying myself, but I'm telling y'all so y'all can understand that. Okay? Is it possible to have some type of immunity to two of my exes had it before I met them, but I never had an outbreak? Okay, with that being said, you gotta understand asystematic. Asystematic is where you do not have outbreaks, but you still shed. So you don't have any outbreaks at all. You have the virus, but you still shed. So a lot of people get that because, especially guys are asexual. I said no. It's simple as that. Go. You're not getting anything. Don't ask me another question or you'll be standing in the corner somewhere. Go. Okay. So with that being said, guys, y'all have to understand asystematic. Don't have any outbreaks, don't have any symptoms, just have the virus and just sit in there. But y'all know shedding still happens. So they're shedding, they have no clue. They can't do nothing about it other than take medicine. And then you got your people who are asymptomatic and never been tested. So they don't know what to do. It's not like they know to take medicine, know to do lysine or anything like that. So they're putting you at risk, okay? Anybody have any more questions? Any more questions? Any more questions? Anybody? No? Alrighty, y'all. So, I just wanted to come on and give y'all that information. I really want y'all to share this video. Like, for real. Y'all know me. I don't ask y'all to share videos. But this is the one video I want y'all to share it. I really do. Because at the end of the day, my transparency is to help. It's not because I'm scared of anything. Because god dang it, I ain't scared of nothing no more. You know? And I ain't gonna lie. I am scared of some things. But at the end of the day, when it comes to herpes, I'm not concerned. So I really want y'all to take some time and share this video with somebody. Share it on your Facebook. I don't care. People ain't got to know you have it, but it's like, man, this girl said she had sex with people. And I don't care about getting chewed out, whatever. I don't deal with it enough. But the information is going to change so many lives. It's going to change so many lives, okay? When is a test more accurate after a possible outbreak? It's mostly accurate I'll say 2 to 5 weeks after, because by then it gave time to get into your system. If you did not have an outbreak right after, like 2 to 14 days after, or 2 to 12 days after, then you need to wait 14 plus to find out if it's in your system. Okay, and then it'll let you know if it's there. So I know that's kind of nerve wracking to kind of think you have herpes and can't go get a blood test because you haven't had a physical outbreak, but you gotta wait. It's no point of you going in getting a false negative and then you find out later on you have herpes. It's going to devastate you. So my whole thing is, I say be patient and wait to find out for sure if you have it. So wait that to 2 weeks and farther, to find out for sure. And then, your doctors always tell you, come back again just to make sure. And nobody want to go back again, but it's just for you to make sure. It's better to go multiple times to make sure you have it than to go once and then turn around, you have this outbreak. Or somebody say you slickly gave it to them and now you're pissed because you did all that work and you just didn't go back there one more time. So it's better to go through the storm, go through the anxiety, go through the fear to know for sure than not to know anything. Okay, y'all? My phone's at. Okay, there it goes. Okay, so that is that, guys. So I love you guys. I didn't want this to be a long video, but it ended up being a long video. But at the end of the day, I really want y'all to take some time. Please share this video. I do not ask for that at all. Y'all never have heard me out of these 100+ videos I have done on Facebook. I mean, on YouTube. But this is one I needed to be shared because I feel like it's truly going to open eyes. Plus, the title is very catchy, so people are nosy and they want to read or watch it. But at the end of the day, I really want you guys to share it because at the end of the day, somebody's going to hear something and they're like, wow, I didn't know that. What about oral sex? Can we still do that? Absolutely. I would get head in a heartbeat and I'll give it. If you do not have oral, you have no worries. A lot of y'all think just because you have genital, you automatically got oral. No. If you don't even have outbreaks in your mouth, but if you have type 1, then that's your concern. But honestly, it's where you have your outbreaks at, because there's some people who have type 2 and they get oral outbreaks. It's interesting. So with that being said, guys, be concerned where you get your outbreak at. Where you have your outbreak at, that's where you should be concerned at. But if you have type 1, quote unquote, and you never had an outbreak, then you just disclose and you let them know. But I'm telling you, nobody really having oral sex with no condom. If you want to, go right ahead, but it's between you and your partner. It's all about disclosing and having that conversation if y'all want to use protection or not. That's it. That's it. So I love you guys. I hope that helped at all costs. And we'll be talking soon, guys. Make sure you share the video. If you need to talk to me, the information below. I'll also put the information for the disclosure blog so y'all can look over that blog. Make sure you share that as well to people that you know, or just share it on your page because it's truly going to help somebody, because people are struggling to disclose each and every day, and I really want to get this information out to help people disclose so we can stop spreading this virus, guys. Y'all want to know how we're going to stop spreading this virus? Is helping each other stop having sex with people without disclosing. Y'all want to change it? The only people who are giving folks herpes is people who ain't disclosing, really, strongly. People who don't have it, you can't do nothing to them. But the people who do have it and we still out here doing this, you want to kill it? Let us get on each other and help each other do that. And it'll make a heck of a difference, okay? So I love you guys, and we'll be talking soon.